again. Hello once again. Welcome back to the from the green room. Um, in the green room tonight is my guest Steve Gusky from Intrepid Bloom. How you doing, Steve?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks so much for stopping by in the green room to chat. And finally, glad we got this finally scheduled here. Um, so back in February, it's a little past February, but you released the fifth single off the upcoming album, off your sophomore upcoming album, Above the Storm. How's that going? And tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, songs kind of um it's it's a little bit different than some of my other songs. Some of my other songs are a little bit like heavier, a little bit harder, a little bit faster. It's more similar to like a ballad, but not like in a romantic sense. It's more just like a kind of like an acoustic mixed with rock song. It's kind of a like a multi-meaning song for me. It has some things about just people like should basically appreciate the little things, and people should appreciate everything that they have, and that there's a
Right.
lot of people that are overlooked in the world for all kinds of reasons. And that's kind of what the song is about in some ways. But um yeah, it's the fifth song off of the album, the fifth single release. We're
Mm-hmm.
releasing the full album this Friday,
Yep.
and so far so good. We've been picking up a lot of great traction, especially with some of the other singles did very well. So I'm very excited about things.
Awesome. That kind of just flowed right into my next question on how the you released five singles off the album and how they've been received by the fans and stuff. So you kind of answered that without me even asking. That was cool. You've been a musician all your life. You play multiple instruments, from guitars to keyboards. Has playing instruments always been something that you come naturally
uh
to you?
no, no, it wasn't. I think I started out like any musician, where you're just like fumbling around and you're not doing anything right. And I first got first guitar. One of my best friends even today taught me how to play it, and we were learning a song. And I remember not even being able to hold the song or hold the guitar right. I'm like
Right.
putting it on my lap like a steel guitar or something.
Right.
So it took some time, but it was something that I really like fell in love with, very early. And then it turned into like there were times where I would just spend time doing that more than anything else while kind of other people were out playing or watching movies and TV. I always kind of gravitated to just like being with my guitar and messing around with things. So it's something that I definitely developed over the years. It's definitely been something that I put a lot of time into, but I enjoy it. It's one of the things I love most to do.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean it takes definitely a talent to play instruments. I tried when I was younger, but I just couldn't get the hang of it. So on to different adventures for me.
Sure, sure.
um,
Yeah, it's it's I don't know how to. For some people, it comes quicker than others, and then others, I think they have like they excel in other areas. So
right.
everyone's kind of got their thing that really their niche that works really well for them, and I think everyone kind of discovers that at some point.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Some people I've known people that never taken music lessons in their life and play piano like classical piano just by listening to a song and don't read music, nothing, but
Yeah.
got into music, like that. It's crazy. So, being from Philly, how is the music scene there compared to other iconic places like Nashville, Los Angeles, and stuff like that? Is there a music scene in Philly?
Um, I haven't really been part of much of the music scene in Philly in some time, unfortunately. So my kind of story is that when I was younger, I was in my 20s. I was in a band here in Philadelphia, and we did the scene. It was a totally different time,
Mm-hmm.
but there was a scene then. There was a definite hardcore scene. Um, I was always in like a metal band, so like they the styles didn't conflict, but at the same time, like it was like hardcore shows were the really like big thing. Like in my local town, there was like a hardcore show all the time, and and my band, played a few of those shows. And actually, when I was doing music here in Philly with a different band long ago, I was too young to get into some of the venues. There was a place here called Pontiac Grill, which has changed back and forth between JC Dobbs over the years, and they wouldn't even let me in the place when I wasn't 21. But this is
Wow.
this is some time ago. I guess they were a little stricter back then,
Yeah.
um, and they had alcohol there, so I guess that was the reason why. But I moved out to California, and I ended up moving down to North Hollywood and living in Hollywood for some time too. And the same band that I was with, we did a couple shows out there. But there's no comparison. There's just always something going on
Right.
uh, in certain towns. And unfortunately, I haven't had enough time in Nashville. I have a few friends there, and I've been planning to go there to visit for some time. But just like those scenes, and I'm sure there's other ones that I'm missing,
Right.
but it's hard to compare certain cities, even large cities, to the scene that's in Nashville and Los Angeles
Oh
and New York.
yeah.
There's just so much of it. And I'm sure, Philly's got a great scene. It's just not been something, unfortunately, that I've had a chance to really be a part of. So
Gotcha.
I'm sure it's a lot better than I know.
Right. Right. The new album drops Friday. It's still early in 2023. What is next for Intrepid Bloom?
Yeah, so I'm always kind of working on music. On Earth was the first album I did, and that was released in 2020. And then Missing Link, which is coming out this week. A lot of those songs, the majority of them were newer songs. They were written after On Earth. There was an exception where one song is like 17 years old, or even
Right.
probably older at this point. It's a real old one, but I continue to write all the time. I'm currently working on two different projects for Intrepid Bloom.
Nice.
One I'm hoping to release this fall if I can get everything to line up right. The other one is the one that I'm hoping to release this fall is going to be a shorter project. So it's going to, just be more of an EP, short EP, maybe a couple singles. But I am planning on another full album, I'm hoping that will be out in 2024. And so far, I'm really excited about it. I've been working on all different kinds of just experimenting with different riffs,
Right.
tones, tunings, rhythms, things like that. So I have a good base for that project now. Maybe about 4 songs that I really feel good about.
Nice.
So now just kind of trying to develop those a little bit more, and then whenever inspiration comes, I try to take advantage of it and try to work that into the project if I can. So
Right.
I have a few things on my plate.
Nice. Sounds like you're going to be busy if everything
Yeah, I hope
falls
so.
into place, right?
Yeah, I hope
Um,
so.
so, where can we find out what's going on with you and shows, news, as well as to find Intrepid Bloom's music?
Yeah, so I'm on all the major places. I'm on the iTunes and the Amazons and the Bandcamps and Spotify, and
Okay.
however people are streaming, I'm there. I do have a YouTube. I do have a Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. So whatever someone's preferred place to follow me at, I really appreciate that. And I
Okay.
try to kind of update them. I'm not like a big social media person, but I try to update a few things here and there, and because I am working on stuff. So um, I do a lot of the different promotional stuff myself, and so it gives me some stuff to do.
Yeah, yeah. It's nice to keep people updated with just when stuff, major stuff, or not major stuff, but um, just to keep them feeding into the social media and to keep watching. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely.
uh, always keep them updated and brings the fans back and makes people want to check you out more. Once again, my guest been Steve Gusky of Intrepid Bloom. New album drops Friday, March 10th, called Above the Storm. Find Intrepid Bloom music on all popular streaming apps and find out what's going on with Steve and Intrepid Bloom on all the popular social media platforms. And Steve, thanks for stopping by once again and to the cheap green room to chat. And let's do it again soon, man.
Awesome. Would love to. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.